Today we will discover the single Australian farm that's bigger than 49 countries. Wow, that is insane. That is truly insane. Just, bro, what? I mean, whatever. Let's just check it out.
Anna Creek Station is massive.
Anna
Whether
Creek.
described as a privately held piece of property or a ranch, it's the biggest one of those. It's as tall as the Netherlands, as wide as Wales, and basically every article about it adeptly mentions that it's bigger in total size
23k square kilometers. Wow. The same size of Israel. Wow.
than Israel. A perfect choice for comparison, given that Israel's size is very constant and in no way subject to controversy.
Bro. Yeah, exactly.
For comparison, given that Israel's
Yeah, exactly. That's totally not up for controversy. Okay, fine.
size is very constant and in no way subject to controversy. It also happens to be bigger than El Salvador, Belize, Djibouti, and literally dozens of other countries, but hey, all engagement is good engagement. While its size is surprising, Anna Creek's location isn't. Australia, it turns out, is absolutely littered with giant cattle stations. Clifton Hill Station is 6,650 square miles, right around the size of Eswatini. Alexandria Station
God.
is 6,220 square miles, also around the size of Eswatini. And the station, which is a restaurant in Warunga, is 0.00011 square miles, but apparently has, quote, no surprises, good or bad. So why is Australia overrun with a bunch of bovine micronations? Well, a lot of it is explained by taking a look at this map. Now, the first thing you'll notice when you look at this map is that a lot of it is very red, and if you're thinking that seems probably bad,
Hot
good
desert.
news, you're about one sentence ahead of me. A huge portion of Australia falls under the charmingly blunt distinction hot desert. European settlers took one look at this desert, gave up, and declared it on this map as useless, overlooking the fact that indigenous people had managed to live off those lands for centuries, but they also took one look at some other bits of slightly less hot, slightly less dry desert, and awarded it the distinction of sparse grazing lands. But even with its not useless designation, Anna Creek Station isn't exactly welcoming. It has sparse vegetation, only gets about 8 inches or 20 centimeters of rain a year, and can reach up to 131 degrees Fahrenheit or 55 degrees Celsius, a temperature scientifically known as very, very hot. And that's why the station's so big. Because the vegetation's so sparse, it just takes a massive area to give the cattle, in a good year about 17,000, enough to graze on. For comparison, King Ranch, the largest ranch in the US, is less than 1/7.
That's crazy. I didn't know that cows can survive through those temperatures. Wow, that's insane. Wow. 55 degrees Celsius. Ew. Cows are superheroes. What the hell? They can survive through anything. My
The size of
God.
Anna Creek, yet supports about twice the number of cattle on its wetter, cooler, more vegetated landscape. So how does the farm the size of 147 Liechtensteins manage to operate?
Liechtensteins.
The key, of course, is staff. And to operate a potentially Israel-sized piece of land, they employ a massive 11 people.
Bro,
One manager,
why does it keep
station
mentioning
hands,
Israel?
an operator, and a cook. Yep, 11. Many of whom are young and functionally apprentices called, and this is true, jackaroos and jillaroos. This enormous area is run by the same number of people as a somewhat busy McDonald's, largely thanks to technology. It operates its faraway water pumps remotely with UHF radio waves, and cattle are often located using low-flying plane runs and then rounded up by station hands on motorbikes instead of horses because motorbikes typically don't experience heat stroke. The staff primarily operates out of this single homestead, powered by a diesel generator and satellite internet connection. If you need to go to town, the nearest is here, Cooperpedy, although...
Bro, in a couple of years, this farm will be run by artificial intelligence. I mean, I'm sure they're thinking about it.
To be honest, calling it a town is generous. It's got a population of just 1,762 people, and
That's
basically everyone
crazy.
lives in these crazy underground
Wow. That's crazy. I don't know if I could ever.
caves like they're in the mid-2000s.
It looks so cool though.
There's actually an even smaller town in the center of the property here called William Creek. It's got a little hotel, a pub, some campgrounds, and even with
Bro, look at the road. That's crazy. Look how red it is. It's basically all desert. Why they're not building like normal roads in it? It wouldn't make much sense, I would guess, right? Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder why.
they claim is a 9-hole golf course, but what is more accurately 9 holes dug kinda far away from each other in the middle of the desert.
Bro,
But these
that's
facilities
crazy.
actually see decent business from tourists taking the treacherous trip to Lake Eyre. The hotel
Why is it
regularly sees
treacherous?
most of its 53 rooms booked and is the core of the economy in the town with an official population of just 10.
10!
And the Station
Wow.
homestead are served mail by the Coober Pedy Udnadata one-day mail run, a delightfully quaint bus that goes from Coober Pedy to William Creek to Udnadata on unpaved 4x4 roads twice a week as an official Australia Post contractor, but also offering spots for tourists who can experience the thrill of going over whatever gibber planes are. The issue of these
Gibber
largest private
planes.
piece of land raises the question, who privately owns it? Well, before the comments start going insane, I should point out that technically, Anna Creek Station is not privately owned, but privately held, under something called a pastoral lease, where the land is technically owned by the Australian government, and there are certain ways pastoralists are required to use it. Now that I haven't
rules.
said anything in this video that will upset people, I can move on to telling you that for
Yeah.
most of its history, Anna Creek was owned by Sir Sidney Kidman, who at the time of his death owned nearly 4% of Australia's mainland, and before you ask, yes, he is related to Antonia Kidman. Recently, S. Kidman & Co. was in the process of being sold to a joint venture between...
I was thinking about Nicole,
Prospecting and
but
Shanghai
okay,
Fed.
Antonia.
The government refused to let this part foreign ownership buy Anna Creek for national security reasons, given that Anna Creek lies within the Woomera prohibited area, home to the largest land weapons testing range in the world. Instead,
That would
the
make
largest set of
sense.
land in the world is now held
So
by...
basically all the desert area is used by the Australian government for military practice. I mean, it would make sense if nobody lives there, right?
Williams Cattle Company, who also owns 5 neighboring properties, giving them a total land ownership larger than Switzerland, and the official title of #1 owner of giant Australian cattle stations except for S. Kidman & Co., which still has slightly more. Look, to be honest, if you just finished watching this whole video about Australian cattle stations, you're kind of a nerd. Which is great, because we are
Bro!
that's how we know that you'll love our sponsor, Brilliant. The whole purpose of Half as Interesting, this channel, is to make...
Are you
learning
really
so
doing me
fun.
dirty like
And
that?
that's why we love Brilliant's approach. It's a learning platform that makes learning STEM concepts fun, exciting, and approachable by teaching you through interactive, hands-on problem solving. For example, Brilliant's new everyday math course helps you refresh and improve your math skills for everyday application. Stuff like fractions, bar models, scientific notation, the things you know that you know from school but kind of forgot but would be able to use if you remembered them better. You'll get 20% off Brilliant's premium annual subscription when you're one of the first 200 to click the button on screen or go to brilliant.org/HAI, and when you do, you'll also be helping to support our channel.
Okay, fine. But really, I'm not one of those that can actually learn much stuff from the internet. I mean, if it's like, I don't know, I guess I learn better from actual books. Like, I really love learning languages, but I tried it before on my Kindle or on my computer, and I don't know, it's not for me. I need the actual paper, you know, to turn the page and write down stuff, or I won't be learning. So I guess it will be the same for math and other stuff that you can find on the internet. But yeah, I mean, I have a good visual memory as well, so who knows? For now, I'm trying to cut back costs because I need to save money. I'm too broke. But this video, going back to the topic, it was really interesting. I actually want to check out some videos about the Australian military, since it was briefly they were talking about it briefly in this video. I don't know much about it. I don't know if it's good or if it's not that good. I mean, I would guess so, because they need to defend. There will be like a huge and strong navy, I would guess. I don't know. I definitely do not know anything about it. So if you have any good suggestions, let me know down below in the comments, and I'm all up for new knowledge to be acquired. So yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.